on to you, Scorpios. You have the Lovers, the Emperor, and the Seven of Pentacles. So for you, Scorpios, you Scorpios are very much so getting the attention of somebody that you would be interested in, but you have to pay attention to yourselves not to come off too controlling. Because I'm seeing that you have somebody that will go to the ends of the earth for you, but you may be trying to get them to jump through hoops, and that's not necessarily the best thing for you to do. Otherwise, you may end up losing a good thing. You have the Lovers. Some of you Scorpios have been in connection with somebody very recently, and this person likes you a lot. That's why it is that you got the Lovers, right? The Emperor and the Seven of Pentacles represents the hard work that they've been putting in to actually be with you, because they want to show you that they're actually interested in you, and this could work. This could last long term. So the Emperor is about you sitting down and enjoying yourself, right? And the Seven of Pentacles is about them doing the work. And they're willing to do the work. But the Eight of Swords, right, and the Devil represents you really want to help. You really want to, even though they're doing a lot for you, you really do want to give back so that they don't feel played, right? Because this is why it is that this is why it is that I say that 50-50 relationships are healthy relationships, because this is how it is that people end up getting resentful in relationships in the first place, Scorpio, is when they tell you to sit back and let them do everything. Don't actually let them do everything. What you want to do, Scorpio, is you want to be able to give back to them as well for the things that they do, so that they still feel appreciated. You know why? Because when you out here and they tell you sit back and let them do everything, what's going to happen is they will do everything for you at first, but after a while they will begin to feel resentful towards you because of the fact that you are not putting in any kind of work. So you still do have to give back, even though they're telling you with their words, sit back and let them do everything. That's only for a short period of time. At some point, you do have to actually give back to them. So if any of you Scorpios are a little bit kind of taken back by this, just understand that you can sit back and let them do everything, but somewhere along those lines, you'll have the Eight of Swords and the Devil, which is them. They could use this against you later on in the future. That's another element of it too, where they'll be the one where they'll turn around and be like, I'm the one that's doing everything for you. That's one of the reasons why you should never let anybody tell you just sit back and let me do everything. Because if you let them do everything, that's another element. They can turn back around and they would be right. They can turn back around and be like, what are you tripping about? I'm the one that's sitting around. Excuse me. I'm the one that's doing everything. You're just sitting on your butt, not doing anything. And then now you'll feel terrible for doing it, because now you Scorpios will be like, but you told me that this is what you wanted. Yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to be in a situation like that. You know, to have you start depending on them to do everything for you. That's another element to it. So the Hierophant represents, so you should most definitely give back and listen to your instincts. You know, this person's been so good to you. Maybe you Scorpios want to actually give back to them. Give them some sort of gift or whatnot back, just because they've been choosing up hard. That some of them may be giving you money. Some of them may tell you that they like you. Some of them may be, you know what I'm saying? And you know, y'all may be having romantic fun soon after meeting them, which is why it is that I say that people need to get off of their high horse of, you know, having romantic fun anyway, because that's what it is that people do. When people like each other, it doesn't take a very long time for people anyway to have romantic fun. So this ideology of, when I say, yeah, a month needs, a month at the latest needs to happen before you need to go ahead and actually have romantic fun in that sense. Now it's like, oh, how could you say that? Listen, you playing games. Because that's the thing, Scorpio. That's the catch-22 in it. If a person likes you, they don't have a problem in a month. They don't see. That's what I'm trying to say. If a person is choosing up on you, they shouldn't, by definition, they're not going to have a problem giving you romantic fun within a month. That's not a problem at all. So the mere fact that you'll have someone that has a problem with that means that automatically they're a dub. Because we see it even today that people can meet each other, and that same people could meet each other in the daytime when the sun is out, and then later on that night go ahead and have romantic fun and have a nightcap that same night, and they just met that person today. But then the two of them have made the decision that they're dating, or maybe they will just be friends with benefits or whatever. But the point that I'm trying to make here is the whole month thing, again, I'm actually giving excessive time. I'm actually giving too much time, because most people move quickly anyway. They're not waiting a month to have romantic fun. So this person is giving you this kind of attention, and a lot of Scorpios appreciate it. So if you want to be able to give back to them, give them back something that's meaningful. Give them back a gift if you want them to feel appreciated, right? Let that, and the gift represents a token of your appreciation at the fact that they have been choosing up on you so hard. But also, let it be something thoughtful. See, this is what I'm trying to say, right? This is what gets a lot of people used, Scorpio. The tackier the gift is, the more expensive the gift is, and the more regularly you give that gift, is the more people get used. Because people can only use you for gifts, cash, and prizes if everything got to be lavish, luxurious, and expensive. Right? You understand what I'm saying? That's how people use you. But when you give gifts that are thoughtful, but doesn't necessarily cost so much all the time, pricey, tacky, gold Rolex, that's when the person has to appreciate the actual thought of it. But the person doesn't have to appreciate the thought of it when it's so pricey. You understand what I'm saying? So if you give a gift, give the gift or whatever the case may be, but make it be something well thought out as opposed to essentially pricey, okay? And then the Ten of Swords and the Justice now represents, and what this will do is this will have the person feel appreciated by you and not just feel like you are using them. And what you can do is they can afford to sit back while you do some things for them as well. Keep this thing going. So it's a beautiful thing that what you Scorpios got going on. You Scorpios have somebody that very much so are interested in you and are willing to show you right in time that they're not like a lot of other people by coming into your life and not offering you anything, and not being appreciative of anything and just asking for so much. But then at the same time too, again, there has to be patience still implemented, because sometimes when it comes to running game, people will give you a lot to lower your guard. And then when they get you to lower your guard, then they start turning coat, and they start trying to slowly but surely, without you giving pushback, take those very same things away from you. Now they rescind it, or they take it back, right? They rescind it, not send like send it off. They resend it, meaning it's because it's spelled differently. They rescind it in the sense of they take it back, They take the invitation back. They take all the tokens of appreciation that they gave to you back, right? So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Justice. So just be patient, Scorpio. I know you with this person. I know y'all are in the honeymoon phase, but the real work begins after the honeymoon phase boils down. To clarify the Justice, you have the Empress. So a lot of Libra energy. Justice and the Empress both represent Libra. A lot of love. Five of Cups, Tower, which is Scorpio, and the Star. So another thing that you have to watch out too is that if you're if the two of you are getting to know each other, you want to keep this as private as possible, because whether it's your family members or your friends or their family members or friends or whatever that may like them, there's going to be people around y'all that's going to kind of be jealous of the kind of attraction that the two of you have with one another, where you're given to them, they're given to you, the two of you are treating each other well, and the two of you work well together. That's going to create a lot of jealousy, because most people are looking for a significant other that fits for them. And coincidentally, most of those people, out of the most people, are denying that they've already met the person that they're supposed to be with, that's their match, because they're dysfunctional and that they don't want to give. And so does the partner that they have attracted, that they can't seem to get away from and also are attracted to a certain extent. And then the Tower now and the Star card is about, so if you don't want this thing to kind of like erupt out of nowhere, where the two of you start bickering and arguing, keep this relationship under wraps as much as possible. The last thing that you want to do is have a lot of people in the relationship with y'all giving y'all terrible advice, because most of these people are not even qualified to give y'all qualified to give y'all advice anyway, because it's all terrible, because they don't know what it is that they're talking about.